Good morning, Hoover Elementary. Dr. G here on Hawk TV, wishing you all a very happy Friday and a happy School Spirit Day. I am so proud of each and every one of my Hoover Hawks and all of my parents out there. You all did a great job on Canvas this week. Keep up the great work, all right? At this time, please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, please remain standing for a brief moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated. All right, everybody. Good to see you. So let's start talking a little bit about numbers. I love numbers. Do you know that we have 680 Hoover Hawks? 680 Hoover Hawks. And we believe, if my last count is correct, that there are only about 8 Hoover Hawks who have not yet made it to Canvas. That is phenomenal. So if you're one of the folks who made it to Canvas, good job. If you're one of the folks who maybe didn't make it till yesterday, or maybe you made it like 4:30 last night, good job, all right? And don't worry about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If you're in Canvas today, do today's assignment, all right? We won't worry about the other stuff. And if you're one of those 8 people who've been trying really hard, I know a couple of you are going to the high school today to pick up Chromebooks. We're going to be with you. We're going to help you. And we're going to get you on Canvas by the end of the day today, all right? So hang in there. All right. Dun, dun, dun. I got my board here. So today is April 17th, 2020. It's School Spirit Day. That's why I'm wearing my Hoover shirt. And it's also Gabe F's birthday. Happy birthday, Gabe. May you live long and prosper. Hope you're enjoying some Star Trek today. We also have several students who are doing a phenomenal job in Canvas. Thank you so much to Logan. You're doing a great job in Canvas. Logan L. Molly B. You're doing a great job in Canvas. Jonathan A. Doing a great job in Canvas. Kyle G. Doing a great job in Canvas. This is coming from my computer and also from the teachers who are really proud of you for your hard work. And remember, every Friday at the end of the day, we'll look to see which students have really been doing a nice job in Canvas, and then we'll do a raffle, and one person each week will get an Amazon gift certificate, so they can get a good book from Amazon, all right? So we'll do that raffle a little bit later with Mrs. G, and we'll share the winners on, or the winner on Monday, all right? So you still have a chance, so keep working hard in Canvas today, all right? All right. Also, I know everybody's been getting bombarded with a million emails, a million videos. So take a breath. It's all okay. But if you had a chance to see the email with a letter from Ms. Burkholder yesterday, that was a really neat letter. You should really make sure you take time to look at it. She talked about how we as a district have been working hard with the Canvas company, with the teachers, and with our parents. We've listened to a lot of feedback, and we've tried to incorporate some suggestions into the plan for next week. Because it's like a complicated computer program, we can't fix everything for today, but there are some things that are going to be a little bit different for next week. So I'm going to try and highlight those, but if you want more information about all this, check your email or check the PTO Facebook page, and I'll put it on our Facebook page later, because this letter from Ms. Burkholder dated 4/16, I think is really going to address any concerns that you might have about Canvas, okay? So number one, we're going to program the computer so that students have to complete the assignments for a given lesson in order, okay? They'll still be able to say, like, well, I want to do ELA first, or I want to do math first. But if they're in ELA or if they're in math, they'll have to go step by step, because we had some people who'd try and just skip to the quiz at the end, or we had some people who weren't quite sure where to go. Many of those people were trying to get to places through the to-do list or through the calendar. If you go to the home page and click on the pretty buttons, that's probably the best way to get to where you want to go. All right? Stay home. That's what I keep telling people. Stay home. Stay on the home page. All right. Now, because we're going to make students, if you're in a math lesson, do step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. What's going to be nice about that, there'll be a button at the end of each lesson section, okay? So if you do the first thing, there'll be a button, you'll hit it, and then boom, you'll get a check. If you do the second thing, boom, check. If then you decide, that, boy, you've been working really hard and you need a break, you take a break, you go outside, you jump some rope, you come back and you say, oh my goodness, do I have to do the whole thing over again? No, nobody should ever do anything over again. You go back into the lesson and you'll see, oh, look, I did the first part, check. I did the second part, check. I didn't do the third part. Let me do that one. All right. So make sure starting next week, when you see those buttons, you hit them. Okay. That'll help you. And it'll automatically go to the calendar of the to-do list. I still have many parents and many kids who look at the calendar and the to-do list and they go, oh my God, that's scary. Too much stuff. If you're one of those people, just stick with the pretty colorful buttons, okay? Don't even worry about the calendar. Don't even worry about the to-do list. But if you're somebody like, oh no, I am going to look at that to-do list every day, the checks will be updated in there. So you'll be able to do some of your own work, parents. And then if a kid has a question or a problem, you could look at that and say, oh, look, you did the first 3, but you didn't do the last 2, all right? So hopefully that's going to help. We also know that some people, especially the poor kids, there were some kids who on Monday, I think they spent 25 hours on Monday, just on Monday alone, doing Canvas. And remember, my rule is you set a timer, 30 minutes for each lesson, that's the max, and 3 hours total for the day. That's the max. If you ever hit that time limit, you stop. And you just say, you know what? I'm done for today. All right. But like I said, there were some kids who did 25 hours worth of work on that first day. And we don't want that to happen. We looked, and some of them, they would go through the math lesson, and then they just keep on going and keep on going and keep on going and keep on going. They didn't even realize that they were doing Monday's work and Tuesday's work and Wednesday's work and Thursday's work. Probably today they don't have anything to do because they did everything. So we're going to have a little button. So remember, here in the math lesson, you do section 1, check. Section 2, check. Section 3, check. When you're at the bottom, there'll be a little button, and it's really fun to hit. You hit that button, it'll go, hooray, you're done for today, for this lesson. So that'll tell you, like, wow, if I really wanted to go ahead, I could. But actually, if today's Monday and I finished my Monday math lesson, I'd be done. It's good to know, all right? Also, we've had a lot of questions about grades. Now, let's remember, if we were at Hoover, kindergarten kids don't get like an 85. They don't get a 92. Even our fourth graders don't do that. We have a standards-based progress report. That's what we call our report cards. So it's meets the standard, exceeds the standard, or is below standard, or is approaching standard. So there was some confusion because with many of the assignments, sometimes it would say 0 to 5, the grades, okay? That's really more for like high school kids, middle school kids, and college kids. So we're going to actually eliminate the gradebook piece. You won't see that gradebook piece in there. For most assignments, you'll just see a 0 or a 5. 0 means you didn't do it. 5 means you did it. The 5 doesn't mean you got a 5 on that assignment. It just means you did it. So everything's complete or incomplete. But the teacher can see your work, and your teacher will be able to use your work to determine whether or not you're hitting the standards. So you'll still get the report card at the end of the year. You're not going to get like a 99 or a 0 or a 52. You'll get below standard, approaching standard, meet standard, or above standard, and it'll all be based on your work, okay? But I think it's going to help people who were getting very concerned. You know, I want my kindergartner to go to Harvard, and I want my kindergartner to have like a 99.9975 percentage for their work. Those numbers really didn't mean anything, okay? And like I said, everything that went right in Canvas, that's because of our kids, that's because of our teachers, that's because of Mr. Gosser, and that's because of Ms. Burkholder. Everything that's messed up, that's just because of me, because I'm not really a good computer programmer. I'm learning, I'm not giving up, I've got the growth mindset, but you know, sometimes I wasn't exactly sure what I was doing when I was typing these things up. All right, also, just another word about this. I know we have some people, especially people who maybe have kids at the middle school or the high school. This is probably what's really confusing for you. Even though there's Canvas at middle school and high school and elementary, we're using a slightly different version. It's called Canvas Littles for the little kids. So we do some things a little differently. So if you're used to the way things work at the middle school or high school level, just know that they might not work the same way at the elementary level, okay? So we really strongly encourage you to stay home. Stop the spread of fear. Stay home. Be on the home page. I personally wouldn't worry too much about the to-do list. I wouldn't worry too much about the calendar. If that's what you really want to do, starting next week, when the kids do things, you'll see more checks. You'll know what's done. All right? Okay. We need to celebrate a little bit with a song. And this is dedicated to Miss Abel. Miss Abel used to always ask me to play this song on Friday. I think we've earned a little dance party. Fun. I'm looking forward to the weekend. I hope you are too. Have fun with Canvas today, all right? Set a timer. Don't worry about it. If something doesn't submit, just say, oh, that Dr. G, he needs to learn to be a better computer coder. I'll get there, I promise, all right? And if you're one of the few folks who haven't made it to Canvas yet, we've got search parties organized. We're going to find you. We're going to help you. Live long and prosper. Have a great weekend.